Hello, theme park enthusiasts, and welcome back to Planet Coaster 2. So, we're in a career mode map here where we've got a bunch of islands that we can use, and the challenge is basically trying to use them together. So, a little bit of a difficult one here, but not the end of the world by any means. We do have this ride over here that I sort of want to get up and running. Just trying to figure out where exactly I want it running to. But the other thing I'm supposed to do is to open the three new flat rides. We've opened one. Let's see, land-wise, do we own this piece? No, we don't. This is going to be an important piece for me to own as well. So I probably will own that here shortly. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to own this piece of land. That's the first thing I want to do. Alright, so I could put one more ride here. I am keeping in mind, though, that I really do want to be able to use this to travel between areas. I'm debating how I want to put that through. I might have it come through right here, and then have the, I don't know if I can though on that. I might need it to come through. Let's see. Let's try putting a flat ride right there and see what happens. Alright, so I want a flat ride that is going to be, well, let's see what we have overall. We already used that one, so we don't really need that again. Viking is not going to work for us. So let's see scenery things here. Aquatic I'd be open to, possibly. Resort I might be open to. Nature I might be open to. Alright, we don't need another tiny eye. Buoyancy could be nice. Yeah, see, I could put this out here. So if I can put this out here, then I think I could run that out here. That's a possibility. This is definitely a possibility as well here. Alright, so we purchased this piece of land over here. So I'm fine with building on it. But I'm thinking about building right in the water in the middle of the area too. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and connect this area. We'll do that for now. And let's go ahead and... Oh, actually, no, we're not going to do that right now. Because we're going to make it wider. Let's make it at least 6. There we go. That's better. Then we're going to copy these over. Alright. And we will connect the path exiting the ride. It's right about there. Perfect. And then we will connect the other path. Don't know why that was obstructed. There we go. Now we've got a bit of a more spacious area for it. We need to expand. Wrong button. Struggling with my buttons here. Let's try that again. There we go. We'll call this Deep Dive. And then let's go ahead and facilities-wise, we are going to need not a power generator, but a power distributor. Alright, so this thing now. Oh. I thought I had connected the path. My mistake. There we go. Alright, so we're going to have to add power facilities. That's not a surprise, really, because we have put in a lot of rides and stuff right now. Let's go ahead and build a whole little power facility area. Where do we want to put it? That's the question. Can I move this? Yes, I can. I'd rather this theming be sort of over here by this. There we go. All right. There we go. Now that should have plenty of power. How does that not have power? It's just not counting that as being close enough. All right. let's open that. Then we're gonna need a road here. Let's have it like that. And then let's also go ahead and while we're at it here, let's add in a medium-sized staff facility here. And why not put in a research facility as well? Alright, so then we're going to go ahead and decorate this. I like the colors that we went with here, so let's get that brown. Scenery, we want theme here, and we are gonna go with resort, aquatic, and nature. Not aquatic. Bamboo walls, but I want them to be this brown. Alright, perfect. We got all that set up. Let's go ahead and get the walls now. And we don't need walls here, but you know what? Just for the employees, let's make it look nice for them. Alright, let's see how this goes then. Let's go with the 1 meter. just to make it look nice there. Just realized I will need to duplicate this there. And I need this. So we'll go with that. I'm really liking this theme overall. It works for me. Sort of a nice look to it. That's not what I was wanting. All right, now let's go with signage, break room. I think I might have to get rid of the scenery theme here. Don't really need security right now. Let's make that a bit bigger. We'll put that right there. And then the break room one. Nice and big on the side of the building right there. Perfect. Nothing fancy to it, but it'll do the job. And then up here we have put in a dryer because I felt like I needed that. And then we have an information booth there. And something else we're going to need over here. Let's see about it here. We are going to need a toilet. Alright, that's good to go there. Aquatic, nature, resort. We don't need aquatic, I realize. Alright, so let's go here. Get our walls. Some nice bamboo walls to go on here. Did not work as I had hoped there. Alright, let's try this again. Perfect. we're gonna edit this building one more time because we want to go over here and we want to go with signs. We don't want the filters on because we want it to just find us a bathroom sign. Perfect. Alright, that one's done. So everything on the main island here is taken care of pretty much. This thing, let's go over here. We need to adjust the price to dynamic. Let's go over here, get the color scheme off of this. So we want the blue. And then we want this gold. That's the color scheme we're going with this park. So want to make sure we continue it throughout. Simple enough here. We'll leave the orange in that case. We'll go to a black there. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let's go with a white here. Yes, it's going to be sort of stark in contrast, but that's fine by me. There we are. Now we need one more flat ride to complete this challenge. And we could make it this one. Alright, want it sort of centered over the water, and we want it pushed back towards the roller coaster. Want to turn it ever so slightly that direction. And we want to go back to this and see just how low we can get it to the water. That's about as good as it's going to get. Alright, and now we need to take this path across the water to our island anyways. Alright, that did not work exactly. Let's go with just a 4 here. We'll do that for now, I guess, and we can always extend it hopefully later. That wasn't actually what I wanted. That's the entrance. Alright, so let's go with this one going over here. Yeah, we'll go like that. Alright, we don't have power over to it. Common theme in this place. We're going to put it as dynamic. We're going to change up the color scheme. We're going to call this the Dolphin Dive. What did I call this one again? The Deep Dive. Actually, we'll call this the Dolphin Drop. Alright, let's see where power is in relation to all of this. Not anywhere close to it. But I do have this building here. Alright, let's see here now. We want to go with this. Resort wall trim. Alright, resort wall trim. Let's go about that. Put it to the ground. Let's go ahead with scale. Flip it right side up. It's close. Good enough, I'd say. Definitely a more recent repair, but it works alright. Wish I could change the color of this. Have it blend in a bit more, but that's alright. Let's go ahead and turn things on, including the dolphin drop. So we have to build a new coaster in with at least 5 excitement and at least 3 inversions. And I personally think might have this turn around here and go over here. Put the entrance somewhere in this area for the ride. Then have it go around that side, which would mean the new coaster is probably going right over here. 3 inversions, at least 5 excitement. See what coaster we have that have 5 excitement to begin with. No, no, nope, no, nope, nope, nope. This one does, but it doesn't have the inversions necessary. This one does, number of inversions is 5 on that, so this would work just straight off the bat. I mean, we just can't afford that right now, I think. That's the big thing, 21,000. Alright, so let's see what else there is. This is only 2 inversions. This one would work. But I sort of like this one better. I like the idea of putting this one pretty much right here. That rock doesn't even bother it overall. Well, it sort of does right there. Actually, I'm not sure it would. Let's find out. Let's take a loan out. Didn't do enough. Well, hopefully people start riding our other rides here, and we get the people in soon enough. Because I really want to put this in. Did I set this one's price as, yeah, dynamic? There is somebody eating at the restaurant too. That's good. Alright, so pretty much everything is being used. Alright. We need to get rid of the loan. It's not working off properly. Actually, cancel that. Before I do that, let me pause because I want to put in their flat ride. I want to put in the broken flat ride of the game that just always gets me more money, costs almost nothing. I just want to make sure I leave enough room to get this through. Yeah, that should be perfectly fine. How low can I drop it? I want the ride facing out into the water. I like the things being over the water. Alright, so let's build that there. Let's put the entrance for it over on this side. We'll put the exit over there. There we go. Let's open Gale Force. Let's go ahead and make it dynamic. We'll leave that one as Gale Force. The name works for it. Let's change the coloring up a little bit. Basically replacing the dark color with the bright yellow. Alright, so we've got that. Now let's go in here. Let's go. There we go. Alright. Now let's pay off the majority of this loan. That should attract some more guests. It's crazy that we're still working on the bronze here. The biggest problem is just everything is so far apart. But we are getting even more guests coming in, which is a good thing. Alright, so we will probably end this first episode here, or this second episode of this park here. Next episode, we're going to work on getting this roller coaster built over here. We just need to be able to save up the money for it. Because we're going to need another 20,000. And we just can't get that right now. Yeah, we can only get 9,000. So that's not going to do us much good. So we just got to wait on it. Be patient. Let the money come in as it will on its own. Most people are making it in fine. We just have these few here that are not for some reason. Not sure why exactly. I do wonder. Huh. Needing advertising, and I can't remember how to get to advertising. There we are. Advertising. Alright, thirst is a critical, souvenirs is a critical. Alright, so those are the two we need to work on as far as that stuff in the next little bit here. Could put in a camera here easy enough so that we could have a little gift there. I also could turn these into stands again. Let's delete that stuff. Delete that. And delete that. While it's sort of neat, I want something a bit more structurally sound here. So let's go ahead and remove all that stuff. Let's get a nice... Well, this is Gulpy Land, or it was a Gulpy Park if I remember correctly, so let me go ahead and add this here. We'll get that open. Then we'll go ahead and get to constructing around it. There we are. It's a little bit wonky, but you know what? It'll work all right. Then we're going to go ahead and put a souvenir stand in here. Let's put the hat stand in.
That's fantastic.
That'll work. Perfect. We'll open it up. Alright, much better overall. Taking care of some of our guest needs exactly as we should be. Let me put out a few more benches here along the way. You know what? Let's go with this. So I can just go ahead and put it up here and fit it in as necessary. That's it. It's not perfect, but you know what? It'll work. Definitely good enough. Alright, and the money is starting to come in nicely. Perfect. Last thing I think I will do, more I've thought about it. Let's go over to this. Add a ride photo camera at the bottom of the big drop. How is it a 0 there? Alright, I disagree that it's a 0. That should work fine. We need a photo kiosk that we're going to put right over here. Perfect. We aren't going to do anything fancy with this one, same as we've been doing with the others. Simple one of these. And some walls here. Alright, let's edit the building. That was sort of cool. Didn't even know that could happen. We'll say that works. Alright, done with that. Scenery. Alright, let's find a pillar that I like for it. There we go. So camera is attached. Cable car 1 has no entrance. We knew that already. Doesn't show their pictures properly, but you know what? It's there. We're good to go on that. And as I said, we will save up the money and go ahead and put in that roller coaster. See where we are on the loans. Yeah, really still not enough. So, not going to worry about it. We'll just let it pay itself off as it will. People are enjoying the ride, so I'm not really going to do any advertising or anything for it right now, I've decided. We actually do have people eating at the restaurant here, which is perfect. I always love watching the person do the cooking and such here. I think people are basically waiting for tables at this point. Yeah, not enough tables. Let's see here. Let's add a few tables. I want the round ones. You know what? We're going to cram them in a little bit here. It's going to be a bit tight, but you know what? It'll work. Now we got enough tables, hopefully. People using the air dryer. That's a good thing. Alright, people seem happy. We need another staff member. Not enough tables again. Wow.
I do know Stefan now.
Alright, I actually think I'm going to change out these two tables here real fast. I prefer the surfboard ones. I think they look nicer. But for now, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and click that like button. And if you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all back for more of Planet Coaster 2.